Now, when it comes to taxes, do you want to be the informed or the uninformed? Well, who do you think is going to pay more in taxes? I'm going to tell you why a tax planner might be just as important as a tax preparer. Now, you may be wondering, like a lot of people, how confusing is the IRS code really? Are you kidding me? Taxes are probably one of the most confusing areas of anyone's financial life. I think Judge Learned Hand got it right when he said there are two tax systems in America, one for the informed and one for the uninformed. Both are legal. Well, if you want to be in the informed group, you're going to need someone on your side that does tax planning in addition to whoever does your tax preparing every year. Now, CPAs and tax preparers do a great job at helping you pay the least amount of tax based on your situation for the current year or the prior year. Now, some people would rather save the expense of paying someone to do their taxes. For example, growing up on a small farm, my dad did his own tax returns every year because he wanted to save the couple $100 he would have to pay someone to do them. Well, I naturally followed in his example, but I wonder how many thousands of dollars I let the IRS take because I didn't use a professional that knew all of the little details. Now, I have someone that prepares my taxes. A good tax preparer is worth their fee. Now, where tax planning takes over, and it's usually for those in or near retirement or who have a good amount of assets like real estate, business, stuff like that, is it helps you pay the least amount of tax over the rest of your life. Now, when most people think of saving money, they think long term, like 10, 20, or 30 more years. When you think of taxes, do you think long term or do you think short term, like paying this year or next year? Let us know down below. Now, rarely do you find the same person does both tax preparing and tax planning. Good ones that do both are very hard to find, or you need a lot of assets to justify their cost. However, having a professional prepare your taxes and having a professional do some tax planning is definitely recommended. And here's one small reason why. Sometimes, not always, talk to a tax professional, don't just take my word for it. But sometimes, getting a small tax deduction year after year by contributing to a 401k, 403b, 457, or other tax-deferred IRA can cause a hefty tax bill in your retirement. And I'll put a link down in the description to a podcast episode that Nate Miller did called The 401k Scam. In it, Nate goes through some math, and I know that's a four-letter word, but he goes through some math on how much tax you could save throughout your working years by contributing to a tax-deferred plan and how much tax you could end up paying in your retirement because of two things. The tax vehicle you saved it in and the fact that not all people that are going into retirement are going to be in a lower tax bracket. It's definitely going to blow you away. But definitely click that link and listen to it. And the tax numbers he uses in it, by the way, is if tax rates are the same the whole time. And we know they won't be the same. The current tax rates that we have with the Tax Cut and Jobs Act of 2017 are sunsetting at the end of 2025, so taxes are going back up. And that also means the standard deduction is going back down, which is one aspect most people don't even think of when it comes to paying taxes. I mean, did you think about that? Well, the government can change the limits or rules around deductions or completely take certain deductions and exemptions away. And the result is more money out of your pocket and more to the IRS. And this is just the income tax portion. I don't think anybody has the attention span or interest to go through what could change for capital gains tax, legacy taxes, or any of the other kind of taxes out there. Not to mention new taxes on things that weren't previously taxed. And in this video, I'm not going to get too far into local taxes probably going up if they haven't already gone up this year. I mean, with all the COVID business shutdowns and people spending less, I guess they're spending less, I don't know. But local government revenues just about everywhere have been affected quite a bit. So we've been seeing a lot of articles about higher property tax and other local taxes as well. So are you beginning to understand why taxes are such a complicated issue? Let a professional help you with this. It's worth it. We don't want you to pay any more tax than you're legally obligated to pay because the rules change almost every year. And the rules have definitely changed for retirement and how you save for retirement. All right, now, I'm going to paraphrase another quote from Judge Lerned Hand. There is no patriotic duty to pay more taxes than required. Anyone can arrange their affairs so that their taxes are as low as possible. I guess the more informed you are, the less in tax that you'll probably pay. You see, there are mandatory taxes, and then there are optional taxes. And when people come to us for tax or retirement planning, most are going to be paying quite a bit in optional taxes. Now, what the heck are optional taxes, and why would anybody pay them? Well, optional taxes are taxes that you pay if you stay uninformed. Click the link right up here to watch a clip of a tax webinar we did to see if you could be paying any optional taxes, and if so, how much. That video link is also down in the description titled IRA Tax, How Much Could You Pay? Now, when we show someone that what they were told about taxes in retirement, you know, the whole you won't be working so you won't pay as much tax in retirement, well, when we show someone that that isn't true for them, they have a couple emotions, ticked off, and a little bit of panic, like, what do we do now? Well, don't let that be you. If you learn this early enough and hire someone who knows how to fix it, you can adjust your strategies accordingly to get the best overall results. And some of our clients have even told their kids to change how they were saving for their retirement because we've helped them get informed and save a ton of taxes over their retirement. So has all of this tax talk made your blood boil a little bit? Well, we're trying to cool you off a little bit by helping you get informed. And if you want to get and stay in the informed group, keep more of your money, and learn a little bit of how some of your money is taxed, check out this playlist right here. And if you'd like to know what your future tax liability could be, you can simply schedule a complimentary phone call with us by clicking the Calendly link in the description below. Remember, if you want answers to your retirement questions, make sure to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you can get up-to-date content every Friday. Live the retirement you deserve.